G'day everyone, welcome back to War Thunder with the Soho, and today I am showing you an awesome arcade match I managed to play yesterday after my whole Gaijin debacle with the event. I still haven't got my event plane even though it didn't work. For those of you who don't know, I'm staring at the stick. I completed my Battlefield Engineer event last night, and when I did it I couldn't submit the token, I couldn't get my vehicle, and that is, at the time of recording, still unavailable to me. So it's in support, but at the moment I've been Gaijin'd. So what we have here is an awesome arcade match I played just to cool down. To start off with, I'm in my American AI-61. This is a premium plane I won years ago now. I got it in one of those boxes randomly that you could buy for Golden Eagles when I was younger and dumber. What I'm doing over here, first things I'm flying to C, and I'm just going to see what I get, because this is going to be the least contested of the caps here. So what I did is I'm using this arcade match as a cooldown. So sometimes we get way too focused on the events, we get frustrated, we get annoyed, and that's exactly what happened to me. You saw my playing on stream. Terrible. Oh, here we go, going for the KI-44, going down, and I got him. So you'll see my gun sights look slightly off. That's because of my lag situation. I'm always shooting slightly further ahead than than the game thinks I am. Going from here to the head-on, and yep, I probably should have turned away of that, but that's what this game is, and the KI-61 is usually a throwaway plane for me at the beginning of the match, because that plane is going to die. Verbatim. It's just going to die. That's not the word I thought it was. But anyways, I'm going to come back here with something slightly a bit more impressive. But yeah, this is the cooldown match that I was doing. Playing arcade. It got me a little bit of boxes, but at the same time, it allowed me just to cool off. I didn't have to be focused. I didn't have to think. You'll see dumb decisions, risky maneuvers going all around here, and simply because that is War Thunder Arcade. So what I got here now is I got out my P-47, the Thunderbolt, the D-28 version, and I'm going for this Hurricane because I can see him about to cap, but I actually noticed that the other Hurricane Silco has come in for a head-on, and I'm going to avoid the head-on and come down for the guy who's landing. He's unfortunately going to decap, but I will get him, and then this P-400 has got up, he's going for the head-on, and I'm sorry sir, but I have more guns than you do. I do love the P-47, it's spontaneously, not even spontaneous, it's hideously overpowered in almost every respect at this BR, so I'm going for the Spitfire now. He's isolated himself, flying away, and I'm going to do the same to the SB-2M here. In arcade, what you do is, while furballs are fun, if you want survival, your best bet is to go against isolated foes. So as you can see here, this B-25 is coming off, but there is a P-400. Set the B-25 fire is going to come up, but the P-400, unluckily for me, lucky for him, set me on fire, so I can see things breaking down. My pilot's out, and my elevators, not my elevators, my horizontal stabilizer has actually gone out a little bit, trying to put out the fire, but in my attempt to get to JU-88, the fire burnt me down completely, which is usually fairly fatal. I do apologize about the shaky cam in front. That just seems to be what the game wants to do every time I die, which is unfortunate. Here I am. Whoop, put that out of the way again. Now I'm back. Sometimes it jumps me to another player as well, which is annoying. And what I've got here now is my PV-2D, and I really do like this PV-2D. It's a great little rank 2 bomber. Got little in comparison to everything else. It's got a brilliant bomb load. It has the option to mount machine guns, which I have here as well. So it's got underwing pylons. It takes the 8 forward-facing machine guns mounted in the nose, and it adds 4 more and turns that into 12. So what I've done here is I've seen the XP skyrocket go down to the cap. I think about going for the P-400, but he doesn't actually look like he's going for me. So what I do is I go for the skyrocket, hoping I can get him before he comes away, because if I do let him get, it's called a skyrocket for a reason. He will go up as fast as he can, but since he's just come off the cap, he's low, he's slow, and I've got a lot of guns. So he is down and out for the count. What I'm doing now is looking for someone dumb enough to take a head-on with me, and the KI-61 fits the bill exactly, or almost exactly. He's going for me now, he's on fire, I'm going to lift up my wing, take him out, and here comes contender number 3, a Focke-Wulf 190. He's coming in for the head-on. I've got more guns than you, even if yours are bigger. Wing up again, I'm going around for the Hurricane, which I miss, and I probably shouldn't have taken, because what happens is I have just clipped his fuselage with my wingtip, and away it went. I'm not completely out, but I'm definitely going down. And there I go, I'm taken out. Actually by the I-16. Well, he gets the killing blow. The killing blow either should have gone to the Hurricane, or nobody should have got it at all. I crashed there, and I've gone to one other flyer. So let's just get back to myself, who's come back in the P-51A Mustang. So, what this Mustang is, this is the event Mustang. It was for the Thunder Dome, Thunderball, Thunder Games? I can't remember what. Thunder League, there we go. It was an award plane for the Thunder League 2-3 years ago now, and it is one of my absolute favorite planes at its rank. It's got a meaty engine, which is fairly powerful. It has got 4 50 cals, which are available for the machine. It's got 4 50 cals. Sorry about the barking in the background, but it's got the 450 cals, and what they do get is they get late war ammunition belts. It's absolutely brilliant. So what I'm doing now is I can see 2 ones. The P-36 is not going directly for me, so I take a look at the Hurricane first. I'm taking the head-on because I'm dumb. What I do is I don't avoid it, but what I do is Mark 4, so I would have noticed the cannons on it a lot earlier. I'm in 3-play, and I go for the P-36 now because he has landed. And back with this P-51, it's an early war P-51, it's the Mark A version, I believe. I'm going to finish off that Hurricane now, using those M20 tracer belts, which are absolutely deadly, especially here. There we go, his wing is down, so I go around now, hopefully avoid the Beaufighter, because it's arcade, you never know if someone is actually going to run into you, allies or not. And I'm going to come down, I'm going to line up for a landing, but I wave off because I'm not at a good angle, and I think I was going too fast for my gear, though that is a realistic habit coming in. What I do is I take a swing around, opening up the gear again, and taking a look across. This is no longer on my camera view. I hate it when it does that, but I actually noticed that the Potes has landed, so what I'm doing is I'm going around for another pass, but what I have noticed now is, on hearing that note, is the Potes has stuffed the landing. One thing that a lot of people, especially early on, I found is they try and do a proper landing at these airstrips in arcade. Don't need to do that. So what I'm doing now is I'm going for a high-speed landing. He's coming through. All I have to do is just touch my wheels to the ground long enough for the cap to go through twice, and then I can just accelerate away and take off again. What I'm going to do now is I'm going for the F2A once I get my gear up. Oh no, P-36, he's coming along first. Going around, taking him, and then I quickly avoid the P-47, but then someone comes in from the side and sets me on fire, unfortunately. And for a last-ditch head-on with this yak, because as you can see, all of the things were broken. And coming back, the A-36 actually shot me down. So, and here we go with the funky cam again. And we get me back to my A-20. Alright. Do like the A-20, what I've got here is the bomb load on. You could go with the bomb loads, the rockets, either way. Rockets, I find, are a little too unwieldy. They're good if you can aim them. I can't aim them. They're just a little bit too far away from the center of the plane, and they don't act with convergence, which is slightly annoying, but oh well. So this is a close match at the moment. We've got 2 caps, but the scores are even. However, C looks like it is about to be recapped again by the enemy. So I'm going in, I'm aiming for the 2 planes going down. I'm not looking at those guys because it's kind of a by-the-by moment. They're flying by and not coming back, albeit I think they turn around after this. A couple of long-range shots at the Hurricane, but then I go for the Ki-43, who has taken off once again. I try to go for the Hurricane, but I forget to look behind me, and I actually get pilot sniped by the Hurricane coming in. Unfortunate thing on head-ons, it's a 50-50 at best, and if you don't know how to avoid them, they're not fun. Alright, here I am once again with my P-40C. This is another event aircraft, or one of the summer events. So it could have been the winter event last year. I'm not quite sure how long I've had this. Long enough. Oh well, I like it. What I was doing, this was a premium run. I've run out of actual premium time, so I loaded up some of my preferred premium planes, and I'm just pounding out Silver Lions at the moment. I take a look over at the A point, figure I can't do that, it's too far away, too heavy. I come down, I try and recap the C point, rescue this lag along with my ally in front there. So coming through, one of the enemies has crashed, another one has gone down. Quick look off to my side, see who's coming, and now I go for the Yak 7, who's isolated himself ever so slightly. He's closer to me and sitting on a better intercept path. However, and he's now coming right at me, going through. I avoid the head-on once I've taken some shots. Now I'm onto the P-40. Oh, and that was very lucky that the Typhoon didn't come around and get me. One thing the P-40C is different to the P-40E, that you would avoid the head-on once again, and if this wasn't arcade, I would have been very unlucky there. Or actually, I would be dead there. Very lucky I didn't hit the trees on the way through, but there I said, back where I was. One difference between the P-40E and the C that we have in the game is that the C actually has two 50 cals in the wing, not the wing, in the engine cowling. Going around, I took out the I-18 coming through, and I'm going for this Spitfire. Yep, and instead of 50 cals in the wings, it's got 7.62s, I believe. So coming around once again, I get him. Nope, the Typhoon is coming around, albeit I haven't noticed him yet, but I have noticed him now. Coming around, going to take a couple of shots at the Typhoon, but he is now out of gun range. Oh, no, he's coming back for a head-on, which I avoid. Probably the wrong direction, but I took less damage from it overall, and the game is on a knife edge at the moment. The Yak has crashed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a swing around here and take out my gear. There we go, gear's out. I'm going to take another quick run at this pass, but one thing I haven't taken into account is the P-47, not P-47, the P-40 has more bouncy suspension than the P-51, and because of that bounce, oh, I took off a little too close there. Because of that bounce, the plane has actually lost my propeller. What I do is come around, took up the gear a bit, see if I can take this head-on on the Yak 1. He doesn't kill me, but I don't kill him either, and this is the end of my plane, so what I'm going to do is going to put my wings, like flaps to landing, gear down, and that is it. And that's the end of my game, and unfortunately it's the end of the match as well, because I bounced the suspension, crashed there. But this is the end of the match. What I want to do is and unfortunately it was defeat. But I had a blast, and that's the thing about these events. You gotta unwind a bit. Sometimes you focus way too much on these events, and things are just no good. So you don't need to see my terrible work in progress names, and you can have a look at my Thunderbolt. And so what I'm going to do, this will be the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you do not, just don't. You probably aren't here long enough if you don't like it in the first place. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take it easy, everyone.